Video on BS is actually BS as per Indian. Yes, the curriculum. No, that's what BS is supposed to be BSc with honors, right? Or something like that. The BSc honors is you cannot let you actually admin project BSc are program. IISc people for it. No, because there is no BSc here, that's why they call it like that. But if there was a BSc, BS and BSc have some difference. Okay, we just that now.
You already started. Is there anywhere else? Is there a BS other than IISc? That also started after IISc. But before IISc started on BS, was there any such program?
No, in India, no. No, it was there earlier. In this presidency college,
okay, that's what something they started.
The issue is some colleges don't accept 3 years bachelors, like abroad.
Yeah.
So that is the reason I guess.
Wherever we. Yeah, Prithvi. Okay, let us begin. Recording Nidhaya Hridi Vishvesham Vidhaya Guruvandanam Balanam Sukhabodhaya Kriyate Tarka Sangraha Vishveshwaram Sambhamurtim Pranipatya Giram Gurum Tikam Shishuhitam Kurve Tarka Sangraha Deepikam. Yes.
So, first, the definition of Prithvi, we've seen it is Gandha Samanaadhikarana and Dravya-Prthvi.
Correct.
So, does the Pramanu of Prithvi only have Gandha or it can have other gunas?
No, it can have other gunas also.
Prithvi, but Prithvi would
be identified by this guna. Always Lakshanam is like that only, no?
Why not say Sparsha or something? Because we can always feel.
Sparsha, Vayu also has Sparsha.
So
obviously, we have
the unique quality is only taken.
Lakshanam, the whole idea of Lakshanam is to give a unique definition.
And other one is the first Purva Pakshan that we saw, Surabhya, Asurabhya, and so how is the definition solving that problem of when you have complementary colors? It means you have cancelling each other.
No, he's not telling about colors. They're telling only Chitra Gandha.
That's he meant Gandha only. What he is trying to ask is Gandha.
The definition.
No, you told Samanadhikarana still exists. Guna is not there also. The Samanadhikarana of Dravyatva Aparajatimatvam will exist with this definition. It can have either other distinct. What is it? Other than. What do I mean is, say for example, Kriya, Dravya.
Is that switch on for the charger?
Kriya, Dravya and other things can have Adhikarana on this, even if the Gandha gets cancelled. So, sorry, correct. Dravyatva Aparajati. For Dravya, the Lakshana is Prithvi Ap Tejvaya Akasha Kaladigatma Manamsi, we told. So,
not Lakshana, the Dravya consists of all these things.
So if it is not of Gandha is not there, or then the other this thing will be there in Dravyatva Aparajati, something.
Yeah, if we see that figure again, last time the one that I drew on the board, he's coming towards that only. Let us say it does not, let us assume that it does not have smell also, because they cancel each other. Even then, only it has the adhikaranam guna samana adhikarana. That's how the definition went. No, gandha samana adhikarana dravyatva aparajati mattum will sustain only for that, not for anything else, because nothing else can be gandha samana adhikarana. No other object can be gandha samana adhikarana other than Prithvi. Dravyatva aparajatimatvam might come for many other things. For example, Dravyatva aparajati is what? Guna and karma are the Dravyatva aparajati.
You can smell or not, it is the abhikaranam of Gandha. So that is why you are telling it's Prithvi.
No, then the definition will not make sense.
It is not like that.
Anna, that day you told the
Hmm.
Chitragandha, we will deal with it later on. It comes later, you told.
Because when we come to Chitra Rupa, we will deal with Chitragandha again. Is what
No,
I think.
but his question is,
Surabhya.
so for that, what we can say is, if at all Gandha is not there, the another Samanadikarana we are putting for Dravyatva Aparajati Matvam. So Dravyatva Aparajati can have other than Prithvi. Inside Dravya, we are considering Aparajati of Dravya. So other than Prithvi, Up, Vayu, Teja, Up, Teja, Vayu,
All
Akansha, other 8. So if since we have come to Dravya, we are saying that this is Dravya. Any of these 8 can be there, or the Gandha can be there simultaneously, or Samanadikarana should be there.
Should be there simultaneously.
Something like this. So if it is the case, then we attribute it as Prithvi.
His question is still not solved. I will get back to you and solve that question.
Before we start, quick introduction.
Yes. You can introduce yourself. We each one has to introduce
No.
themselves.
Oh, okay.
That-
That little bit we have done.
Other-
Probably you two can.
அந்த intro சொல்ற மாதிரி தெரியலையே.
You are asking about Tarka intro.
No, first this also and then.
So அததான் மெயினா சொல்லிருக்கேன்.
So Tarka's Uddesha Prakaranam intro, each one of you have to give it to him now. Whatever we have completed till now. What is your mother tongue? Kannada. Sorry. So
முதல்ல உங்க personal interest.
personal intro and all slowly you will get to know what is their personal intro now. Then we will get to know. That's all.
He is also a PhD student. I am also.
Correct. That for IISc, that is the introduction. Now you tell about Tarka Sangraha. Nikhilesh will begin.
Okay, so Tarka Sangraha was a book written by Annambata, 1700s, 1600s.
Late 1600s.
He only wrote a commentary on it called as Tarka Sangraha Deepika. So the entire law, Tarka is Indian logic system. So idea in this is, it is also one of the Shakdarshana. So the idea in this is, how much ever can you do a taxonomical definition, or rather taxonomically can you classify everything in the world? So, in this, if you ideally define everything some or the other way, it gives you a path to moksha. That is the idea. So
I think some I used Prakash that just heard of it. Are you familiar with darshanas? Yeah, some
So this book is considered to be an introductory book for this thing. So Tarka Sangraha and the Deepika were both written by Annambata thing only. So first the Tarka Sangraha shloka will be those are around some 50 verses also. 50 or 15?
Which one?
Tarka Sangraha is 15 verses, 50.
There's nothing, no such number there. You read somewhere?
32.
No, it was far more than that. Again, it is not verses, it is prose. No, that is
15 only.
That is the last section. They have divided
He said that they come to 15 pages.
yeah.
Tarka Sangraha
pages.
Pages maybe, yeah.
17 Sanskrit.
23
17 pages you are saying.
No, 70 slokas.
70 padartha.
ಇಲ್ಲ, 23
70
But they haven't done. They are
23 is wrong.
Reset the number.
That they have reset the number at every section.
So then the Deepika comes behind. So first chapter was about all the enumeration of why enumeration is needed. Enumeration or taxonomy, any one of them you can do. And the first 7 principal ones. The principal ones was the Dravya, that is anything which is having substanceness. Then Guna, some sort of quality. Dravya Guna, Karma. Karma is action. Samanya is similarity. Dravya Guna, Karma, Samanya. Vishesha is differences. Samavaya is innateness of something. That is, something is
Inherence.
inherence. Something is inherence. Introduce our Agala. So
Inherence is something that is inseparable almost.
Color of the set. Color of the set is inseparable from the set.
Correct.
The sambandha between the set's color.
Guna guninoho, it is always samavaya sambandha.
And the last one is abhava. Abhava is something is not there in, if something is
Non-perception.
non-perception or it's not there in that you can tell. So these are called as saptat padarthaha. So abhava is
Absence of something, basically. So here this is a book. So the apps, wherever you find the absence of book is book abhava.
or if there is absence of a color, it is black. Black is not perceived as another color. It is just abhava of some other.
No, black is still a color. Why is black abhava of any color?
Our tamas.
Darkness is abhava of light. Black is not. Well, you will see. You do see black. No, how do you see?
Now, I think momentarily I confused it with the scientific definition of blackness.
No, there also only perfect blackness is still darkness. You will not be able to see perfect black.
Correct, but that is abhava of color. No?
Correct. There it is abhava of color.
So that is, this is first defined, and then they go on to define what is meant by padartha. Padartha is like your why you are defining something as different enumerations. These are the broad sets. Everything is under these 7 only. So there are multiple arguments to say why there are only 7 and why there is no 8th one. And there are arguments given for why a 8th one is not possible. Multiple gymnastics are done for that. Then every one of them under Dravya, you have multiple sub classifications. Yes, Dravya, Guna, Karma, everything. Dravya has around 8 classifications. Guna has some 24 classifications. 24. And like that it was there. So inside the Dravya only we did the Panchabhuta was classified. And inside that in the second chapter, we have now moved to in the Panchabhuta, Prithvi, what all other things. So the Guna is actually, we have established that every Dravya will have a Guna with it. So as properties, they are different, but a Dravya can only be a place where a Guna can sit. You cannot have
a Guna.
Every Dravya has a Guna. So the shloka we got introduced to in the second chapter was Gandhavati Prithvi and all the related arguments regarding it. Just give very, very quick. I'm so sorry. I'm not out. If anyone else is there, they can add to this also.
Then, as he has a basic idea. He gave a very good introduction he has given. Then you can read from the book and come back with questions. 7 lectures done. So Satta Padartha, 7 lectures. Now we have started with Dravya. So here we were, where were we? Tatra. Prithivim Vibhajate. Page number 38 on this book. On this books. Sad Vividheti. We have already seen this in the Mula, that Prithvi, he classified Prithvi in 2 different ways. And the first one was Nitya and Anitya. And here, because it is the Deepika, he defines what is Nityatvam, what is Anityatvam. Very simple definitions for these. Nityatvam, Dvamsa Apratiyogitvam. What is Pratiyogi? Not that kind of complement of what?
It is not something with respect to which this is being explained.
Correct. So in a way, for example, when he was telling abhava of book, that is the example he gave. Whenever you're talking about absence of a book, the book is the pratiyogi. Without knowing a book, you cannot talk about absence of a book. Correct. So that book is called as pratiyogi. Here, apratiyogi, dhvamsa apratiyogitvam. It can never be a pratiyogi to dhvamsa. What is dhvamsa? Destruction. Whatever is nitya can never be a pratiyogi to dhvamsa. It cannot undergo destruction. That which cannot undergo destruction is called as nitya vastu. That which is permanent. Dhvamsa apratiyogitvam. It can never become pratiyogi to the action of dhvamsa.
Dhamsa itself is Nitya. Because you can. Because
See, dhvamsa pratiyogi is what? See, dhvamsa means what? Destruction.
yes.
Now let us say you tear the book. What are you doing to the book? Dvamsa you are doing to the book. What is the pratiyogi of that dvamsa?
Creation. Srishti.
Book is the pratiyogi of that dvamsa. You are destroying the book.
No, only if I know Srishti, I will know Dvamsa. Isn't it that way?
Why should you know something? You can what?
Why should you create it? You are associating the opposite of destruction as creation.
Not opposite.
I thought Pratyogi is complementary. So for this,
Actually, I said it is not complementary. You should not confuse with words. But only this example you should use. This the substratum of that action. What is the English that he has that is given here?
For the Pustaka Abhava,
Ah,
you told only if you know Pustaka, you will know what is meant by absence of Pustaka.
correct.
So destruction I will know only when something out of nowhere was created, then destruction I will understand.
Something like that.
They also can tell about it. No.
Only for abhava I said that, not for everything. Only for abhava I talked about that, not for everything. Like
Not
that.
liable to destruction.
Then that principle does not make sense at all. No, you do not know how a laptop was manufactured, but you can destroy the laptop. How? Why is destruction? Why should you know creation for destruction?
Existence is complement of
Exactly.
Why
is
Not creation.
Yeah,
Ah,
that is also true.
yeah.
non-destruction.
That's all. Non-destruction is
Not
complementary.
destruction, that's what they have been.
Anything that is non-destruction is complementary.
Put on A or an or something. This or un or
That's why not there.
How did how why is Nityatva not the Pratyogi of Dvamsa? Because
Nitya can never be dhvamsad. I'm using English and Sanskrit together for this. You can never destroy something that is nitya. Take Akasha, for example. Akasha is a nitya dravya. When does it undergo dhvamsa? At no time. It doesn't undergo dhvamsa. Hence, it is dhvamsa apratiyogi.
Now I am coming back to asking. I didn't understand Pratyogi or anything.
Okay, now same question. I also didn't understand.
Because Pratyogi in two different ways you used it till now. For that Pustaka Abhava and this place. Now I am having confusion with what do I call as Pratyogi.
Pratiyogi is
initially we told Ghata is a Pratyogi,
Bhutala is anuyogi. Correct. So when you say there, you can say the dhvamsa bhava pratiyogi is ghataha. What is dhvamsa bhava? Pradhvamsa bhava is once something is destroyed, the abhava that exists at that time is called as pradhvamsa bhava. Correct. That's what we saw under abhava's classification. Before creation is Pragabhava. Both for Pragabhava and Pradhvamsa Bhava, you need a Pratiyogi. Only after the pot is created, you can even talk of Pragabhava. You cannot talk of Pragabhava before the pot's creation, because you don't know if it is going to be created. Right? So for any of this Abhava to be talked about, you need that Pratiyogi. Now it is Pradhvamsa bhava pratiyogi is what? Pot. Ghataha is Pradhvamsa bhava pratiyogi. Here, what is nityatvam? Something that can never be pratiyogi to Pradhvamsa bhava. Now, Dvamsa, Pradhvamsa is same. Dvamsa equal to Pradhvamsa. Because that word is used there, I am just using the same word.
But it doesn't have Pragabhava.
Which one? That's okay. No, you may not be the case. We have to see. Maybe that's why.
So why they have carefully avoided that?
Huh?
Why they have carefully avoided
That you have to see. Why he has carefully avoided.
But that does not matter.
Huh?
That will not matter.
That will not matter.
Abhyakti can happen.
Yes, it's an Abhyakti.
Which? Why Abhyakti will happen?
Prag is not included. then-
Why Abhyakti will happen? See, there might be multiple
No,
unique
Nityatvam,
qualities.
for Nityatvam-
See, if at all, Nityatvam, let us say it included Pragabhava Pratiyogitvam also. Okay.
Prakabhava,
Pragabhava,
and Pradvamsabhava,
Apratiyogitvam.
both are.
Both are there. You can use any one more than enough. Why should you use both?
No,
some of this-
because one is actually Prak is because before its creation also there is nothing is not there.
No problem. So what? I can, if both are unique qualities of Nityatvam, any one of it is enough to define Nityatvam. Why should you use both to define something?
Establish the equivalence of these two.
Kasha is Nitya, but got created, no? But it is Apratiyogi to creation also, then got created.
See, you
We don't know that it got created, no? How do you know it got created?
Oh, Nayayika don't accept
No,
creation.
They accept creation, but they need not accept creation for Nitya Vastu, no?
To be taken now, right?
Because in this one, they
Any
are not
Nitya Vastu
taking
cannot
that
be
in this-
created. If Ishvara is Nitya, then you will not accept creation for him also.
But he is coming to a conclusion that existence is possible only with creation.
Huh?
Existence is possible only with creation.
No. That is not. No, even for Vedanta, if something is Nitya, it should not be created.
Exactly.
If something is created, then it should be destroyed. That is first Vedanta principle.
No.
Basic Vedanta principle.
Because you told this, then only it becomes important that even Prakabhava and Pradvamsabhava both are needed to define.
To make this definition as simple as possible, why do you need both?
It's redundant.
No, whether it's redundant or not, you tell.
No, how I meant it is because you define Nityatvam in such a way that it is either I can say something is eternal by saying that after I started it, it will stay.
You are using the word started again.
Why are you using he is not using the word started at all.
No, there is
no start.
correct. No, definitely. Because you have said there is no start, that can only be possible with Pradvamsabhava.
Yeah,
Without telling that, Prakabhava, sorry. Without telling Prakabhava, where is that quality coming from?
See, Pragabhava is always problematic because only when a thing is existing and there was a time before that you can talk of Pragabhava.
Oh,
This has always been existent. There has been no Pragabhava. So your idea of saying Pragabhava Apratiyogitvam is technically correct. There is no doubt about that. But when it is implied from Dvamsa Apratiyogitvam, why do you need Pragabhava Apratiyogitvam? Now you got this implication. Now when I said Dvamsa Apratiyogitvam, you with your own logic, you said Pragabhava Apratiyogitvam also. Then why do I need that in the definition?
no, but when you said it this way,
See, for example, we saw two definitions for the karma and guna, I think. Gunavatvam, Gunatva Jatimatvam,
Guna Samanadhikarana Satta Bhinna Jati Matati.
that is Dravyam. No, I am saying in karma, you pull up karma, you will see two definitions for karma given there. He need not give both together. He says, Va. Either you use this definition or that definition. Both are talking about unique qualities of karma.
Even for Guna, it is given. Dravya karma bhinnatve sati samanyavan guna.
Guna.
Gunatva jatiman.
Gunatva jatiman va, that's all. So why you could have used both together in the same definition? It becomes redundant. You are defining the same thing with multiple things again. The whole idea of Lakshanam is finding a unique quality with which you are able to identify that particular padartha. This definition is more than enough to understand this padartha of Nityatvam. We are not trying to give you a whole picture of that. First understand, we are only trying to define the object. When you define
picture is only the padartha for Nityatvam. Because if that is not satisfied, then it doesn't become Nityatvam.
What is not satisfied? How is it not satisfied by this Lakshana?
This entire thing of saying Pradvamsa Abhava, Apratiyogitvam. If you are not, you are saying that is equivalent to.
I'm not saying it's equal, all that you leave. It defines Nityatvam, that's all I'm saying. It defines Nityatvam. How is it not defining? You find the Avyapti or Ativyapti dosha, that's all you have to find now. There is no other dosha that is there.
No, but actually, since you ask it like that, every example I am able to think of, that example is actually Anitya Vastu, for which I can only say about a Pragabhava.
That's why here for a Nitya Vastu you can neither say Pragabhava nor Pradvamsa Bhava.
No, Pradvamsa Bhava, you have very, very adequately defined that. I don't have to tell about Pradvamsa Bhava.
Why, when I have told?
No, when we...
Okay, instead of this definition, if I had given the definition as Pragabhava Apratiyogitvam, what problem would you have had?
I wouldn't have had any problem with it. Pradvamsa, because you told destruction only, I'm thinking of it like...
If I told only that, you wouldn't have had problem with this.
For me at least.
Yeah.
From my present
Wait,
And also you should have had problem that saying, why not, why haven't you included Dhamsa?
Akasha to Atma, everything is
Nitya, correct.
My Manas got created and I was born. Is that true?
No, not true according to Naiyayikas. No, even for Vedantins, Manas doesn't get created. No. It is a Sukshma Sharira which is there across Janmas. And it's Nasha and it is Anadi, but it is not Ananta.
Anna, I think the problem with telling Pragabhava Apratiyogitvam is when something is Nitya, how can you even talk about the Pragabhava of it and
That is why Apratyogi.
That's why we are
Even Pradhamsa, how can you talk of Pradhamsa also?
No, but
The same thing appears for Pradhamsa also.
That's the issue now.
Pradvamsa also Nitya.
Pradvamsa also the same issue is coming.
That is what the definition itself is. I don't know. I'm not understanding where his problem is emanating.
Why they didn't give Ba and they say.
No, not Va. In fact, I would be happy if you say both have to be applied. Then it's Nitya.
Pradvamsa Bhava something.
No.
But there is no.
Both.
Three doshas.
Only if the three doshas do not hold, only then you have to apply the other adjective. You have to have the definition as concise as possible.
I'll ask like this.
Then the
Where did you run? It is just at some point of time if I wanted to define Nityatvam, I could have either used Pragabhava or Pradvamsa. Why did I choose this and not that? It's just a role of...
That is choice. Yeah.
the Niyamika one line means Icha Niyamika.
Sarvatra Icha Evam. See, like Va that he gave, there are only two definitions given there. You take some other Udgrantha, for karma, another 10 definitions will be given. Why did he choose only this definition? It is simple to understand.
I would like to add one more point here. Pragabhava, in order to talk, they generally talk about whatever can be observed, right? So you cannot talk about Pragabhava if humans have not observed
Not only observe, see, even in Anumana you can talk of Pragabhava, etc. No?
Getting destroyed. Akasha, you are entirely.
When you were born, it was not.
No, it is all by Anumana only. See, here it is not Pratyaksha Pramana only. In many cases, it's Anumana Pramana.
The same argument falls on both sides. That's why.
So, in many cases, for any of this Nitya Vastu, you are only using Anumana to say that it is neither Prag or Pradvamsa Bhava. Because, first of all, Nitya Vastu, it is not within your time span. Or any human time span. Recordable time span. Yeah. See, for example, Prithvi, in recordable time span of humans is Nitya only, but they don't accept it as Nitya, no, it is Anitya Vastu only. Prithvi is Anitya Vastu. Why? Because of Anumana Pramana only.
No, I can see a part getting destroyed. No, Prithvi part is also.
You're not seeing many other things getting destroyed. No, let's say there is a mountain, Himalaya mountain. Himalaya mountain, as he said in recorded history, it is always there.
No, for not happening, if I can find one case which doesn't satisfy, also I can neglect it. No.
Correct.
Oh.
So that is by Anumana, that's what I'm saying. Not by Pratyaksha Pramana. Only by Anumana you are trying to do that.
When you use that pot destruction example, it says pot got destroyed into pieces and clay is still remaining. Mritika is still there. How is Prithvi gone there?
No, Ghata Padartha is Nitya. We didn't say Mritika is Anitya, no.
Different Padarthas.
Then how does... Then you have to later prove that Mritika is also Anitya by some other logic. Wherever you see Mritika getting destroyed into something else.
That entire logic will fall on Prithvi only finally.
Nah.
For Prithvi Anitya, how are we...
Only these things are Nitya. Prithvi Paramanu is Nitya.
Yeah.
That is the whole point here, no?
Okay.
Nityatvam. Why does Nityatvam have to come under Prithvi? He is classifying Prithvi as Nitya and Anitya here. Nityatvam Dvamsa Apratiyogitvam.
Can you tell me once more what is Pratiyogi here? What is Apratiyogi?
Apratiyogi
and Anuyogi are different.
Yeah. Apratiyogi and Anuyogi are different. That which is not Pratiyogi, that which cannot be Pratiyogi is Apratiyogi. That's all.
So Anuyogi can be a subset of Apratiyogi.
Could be. Yeah. See, in all cases, you don't need Anuyogi. Only in that case, to give an example, I said, in most cases, whenever we come across definitions or vakyas, we will never come across Anuyogi.
But still, statement holds. Anuyogi can be null set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, content.
Correct.
Mathematics. I will be like, when Anuyogi comes, let me understand. Till then I will not.
Pratyogi is that.
No, but Pratyogi, you have to understand it. Not repeatedly Pratyogi, the word Pratyogi, Pratyogika, all this will come. But the word Anuyogi, Anuyogika and all will not repeatedly come. Maybe it is mentioned rarely. I just gave that example that day to know that concept, that's all. But Anuyogi, you need not understand so deeply as much as you understand Pratyogi. And the more you see the word Pratyogi, you will start making sense of it.
Oh, okay.
And now you have just seen it twice, but more and more you will see it. Anityatvam dhvamsa pratiyogitvam. Simple opposite of the definition. That which is pratiyogi to dhvamsa is anitya. Anityatvam dhvamsa pratiyogitvam. The definition we already previously saw. Anything paramanu rupa nitya, prithvi, karya rupa anitya. So prakarantarena vibhajate. In a different way, he is classifying the same prithvi. This one classification is done, different kind of classification, punariti. How did he classify? Sharira, Indriya, Vishaya, Bheda. That's how he classified. Now we are going to define what is Sharira, what is Indriya, what is Vishaya. Each of those definitions is going to come. Atmanaha bhogayatanam shariram. Yadavacchinnatmani bhogo jagate tad bhogayatanam sukha dukkha sakshatkaro bhogaha. See, each definition he is clearing it up. We have to actually come in the reverse order. What is bhoga?
Sukha dukkha sakshatkaro.
Sukha dukkha sakshatkaraha bhogaha.
Experience of sukha and
perception or experience of sukha and dukkha is called as bhoga. That is simple. Now, yad avachinna atmani bhogaha jayate tat bhoga ayatanam. Bhoga ayatanam is the word that is used in the original definition. Bhogaha we have defined now. What is bhoga? Ayatanam usually means support that is necessary to do that. The word ayatanam means support. Okay. Bhoga ayatanam. What is the support for bhoga? Huh? Not indriya. Yadavachinna. Sharira is the bhoga ayatanam. Yadavacchinnena, that's the samasa is yadavacchinnena atmani bhogaha jayate. Because of which limitation there is bhoga in the atman, in the atma, that is called as bhoga ayatana. See, atman is vibhu according to Tarki Nayayikas. Vibhu means that which is present everywhere is vibhu. So atman is not only within the sharira. Atman is everywhere. The same atman is everywhere. But the sukha dukkha, this atman, this jivatman does not feel it everywhere. It feels it only within this sharira. Correct. It does not feel it everywhere. So there is a certain limitation which the atman has imposed upon itself, where it is finding sukha and dukkha. So that is why the word avachinna. Yadavachinna, by which limitation.
So that lakshata avachedaka samaniyatatam, that avacheda.
Like avachinna. So by which limitation atmani, in this atman bhogaha jayate. In whichever limited place there is sukha and dukkha for this atma, that is called as sharira. So sharira need not be only this physical sharira. It could be some sukha sharira. Even somebody who is closely related to you could be a part of the sharira. Because something happens there, you feel sukha and dukkha.
Okay, so as per Nayayika, even relatives, etc. also
could be, depending on what happens there. If this definition applies.
Bhoga ayatanam is through sharira there. Why they are not telling it is through indriya?
Huh? But we'll see. The definition of indriya, we will next line this there. Indriya has very specific definition. Very complicated, very beautiful definition it has. Both. Complicated can be beautiful, no?
Okay.
So, yadavachinna atmani bhogaha jayate tad bhoga avitanam. This is understood? In whichever limitation. So, even inanimate objects like your laptop can be your shariram. Because your laptop falls and breaks, you have sukha or dukkha.
Laptop can be my sharira. But it need not be someone else's sharira.
See, if this laptop breaks, he will have sukha dukkha. Will you have? if you have attachment towards him, then you might also have.
This is very broad definition of Sharira.
Seems like that. Yadavachinna atmani bhogaha jayate. I am trying to apply the definition. I am also not sure if this kind of extension can hold, but it seems like that. There is no problem with that. So, okay. Yadavachinna atmani bhogaha jayate tad bhogayatanam atmanaha bhogayatanam shariram. That which the Atma uses as its bhoga ayatanam, that is called as sharira. Or else, see, we need not bring all this into, let us say, laptop or car or something outside relative. You need not bring it. Consider only this physical sharira. The manas is within that. Any sukha and dukkha happens within that manas only. And this Atma is using that manas as its bhogayatana, or this sharira as its bhogayatana. That also you can keep.
So Atma is the Atma that we were taught about. It's not.
When were you taught
So
about?
by Naiyayikas,
When were you taught about? You have not been taught about.
so according to Naiyayikas, Atma feels Sukha Dukkha.
Yes, yes.
Only
Atma has 14 special gunas. In the list of gunas, starting with one of the gunas you start with, all those are Atma gunas only. Buddhi, starting with Buddhi. Buddhi sukha dukkhe chadvesha prayat dharma dharma samskaraha. Count Buddhi sukha dukkha ichha dvesha prayatna dharma dharma samskaraha. 9 I got here. There's something, yeah, there are some. So all those are Atma gunas for sure. Okay. So like that. So among that sukha dukkha are called as bhoga. That sukha dukkha ayatanam is called as bhoga ayatanam. Where whichever Atma uses as bhoga ayatanam is called as shariram.
What is
Ayatanam means support. So ayatanavan bhavati means so he becomes a support. Sukha dukkha sakshatkaro bhogaha. Done. Next, this will take quite a long time, so we will probably pause here itself. This will take at least half an hour to 45 minutes to finish but I will read that line because it is Indriya. Shabda itara udbhuta vishesha guna anashrayatve sati jnana karana manassanyogashrayatvam indriyatvam. There are multiple talas, there are 4 talas. You get afraid now?
It's the most complicated. Even by practice I've seen.
He is feeling, why are you asking me? அவன் கேக்குறான் என்ன திரும்பி என்ன அணுங்குறான் எல்லாத்தையும் எந்த அக்ஷதையை போடுறான். See, that's what. Shabda itara. So first shabdetara is one dala. Udbhuta is second dala. Vishesha guna anashrayatvam is third dala. Sati, 3 dalas there itself. Jnana karana manassanyogashrayatvam is the 4th dala. Indriyatvam. This whole thing is indriyatvam. Why 4 dalas are required? If we had only one of the dalas, where would the definition, where will the ativyaptis go to? We have to analyze each dala separately. So that analysis we will do in the next class.
See, I think that won't be a
No.
Yeah, restrict.
The more and more dalas you put, you are restricting. See, if you use only one dala, it will go elsewhere. Let us say only shabdetara you take. Everything is shabdetara, no. Other than shabda, everything is shabdetara. So there will be a huge ativyapti. Then you add something else. Udbhuta. What is udbhuta? It will bring down. You will keep intersecting and bring it down to what is indriyatvam. So that indriyatvam definition is quite an important definition. And one of the...
So indriyatvam is the guna of you.
No. Indriyatvam is indriya jati. Indriya jati. Indriya jati is indriyatvam. The ness. Sorry. It's not guna of indriya.
What will be the guna of every indriya? Can we tell that?
So depending on...
Gandhavati.
For Parthivendriya, it is Gandhavati. Not only Gandhavati. See, Parthivendriya can have all the 5.
That will be.
Gandha will be
Definitely.
definitely be there.
So India is Dravya.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ichcha is a Dravya. Correct.
Indriyam is a Dravya. No doubt about it. Okay. Nidhaya hridi vishvesham vidhaya guruvandanam balanam sukhabodhaya kriyate tarka sangraha Vishveshwaram Sambamurtim Pradipatya Giram Gurum Tikam Shishvitam Gurve Tarka Sangraha Deepikam. Very short class today.
Campus level, but